What's going on, everybody? Jamie here from the Sharonatsea News Department. Hey, listen, we've got a little more news regarding Holland America Cruise Line. Just the other day we talked about a couple of their ships, the New Amsterdam and the Oosterdam, bumping butts, I guess you could say, at the Port of Vancouver when they had a little bit of a mishap and an accident. And today there's a little more news regarding Holland America. Not such good news, though. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about it after this. Alright guys, so dateline today, May 8th, 2019. So the Holland America MS Amsterdam, not to be confused with the New Amsterdam that we talked about in the last news story, just recently left Ireland for a multiple day transatlantic journey to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Well, right out of the gate, a passenger, a female, is believed to have gone overboard on the ship on what looked to be its first night out of Ireland. Discovered early this morning about 9 a.m. local time. The passenger was missing. The ship turned around to go back to the area where they believe the passenger may have either fallen off the ship or jumped, and began a search that lasted a few hours until the MS Amsterdam continued on with its journey. Now that is the usual protocol. When it is found out that someone may have potentially gone overboard, of course the ship will exhaust every means of getting in touch with that person on the cruise ship itself. From making announcements, to talking to friends and family, searching the ship, searching their cabin, and once they feel like they definitely cannot find that person and they are no longer on the ship, at that point, then they will notify Coast Guard. They will make the decision to turn around and begin a search. And they'll go back as far back as they have to when they believe the person may have gone on overboard. They can also review cameras. Now there are minimal ships, maybe only 2 or 3 out there, that have the technology to see motion and movement going overboard. And that's a topic for another day as to why more ships don't invest in that technology. But the bad news, it looks like the passenger, who at this time is unidentified, probably did not survive. Considering the weather, the Atlantic waters out there, some rough seas, it is just not conducive to being able to last a couple hours in the ocean. Now at this point, no one's really sure what happened. The passenger may have just had an accident and fallen overboard. More likely, the passenger probably jumped. These kind of instances happen on occasion, but considering the millions upon millions of people that cruise and the small amount of incidents that they have, it's really quite infrequent and rare that folks go overboard. But when they do, it's even more rare that they survive. So it's certainly a bad news story for Holland America. Always a bummer to hear news like this, but we want to just let you know and bring it to you here from the Sharonatsea News Department. It is a reminder that cruises can be an amazing time for the whole family, and they can also be someone's last hurrah if that's a direction that they want to go. Now we certainly wish the best for the family. This is never something easy to deal with, and this is definitely not the kind of news someone wants to get when they embark on a transatlantic cruise from Ireland to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But again, these things happen. It's unfortunate, but I guess it's just part of real life. So we wish the family and their friends well, and hopefully the folks on the ship aren't too affected and they can get on with enjoying their cruise. Again, the other day Holland America was in the news, and we kind of made a joke that they usually lay low when it comes to cruise news, which is a good thing. And it's kind of odd that all of a sudden they've got 2 stories back to back. It makes you think what's going to happen next. As we usually see, most things seem to happen in 3s. So we'll be keeping an eye out for any updates on this story and anything else coming out of the cruise news world. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy cruise news, cruise tips, cruise reviews, cruise vlogs, anything else cruising, please consider subscribing to the channel so you're always aware of our new content coming out. Check us out Monday nights for the Sharon at Sea live show. We always like to get together with a bunch of our friends online, chat it up, have a good time, and talk all about cruising. And keep an eye out for our upcoming Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas vlogs as we get ready to sail on her at the end of May. Thanks again for watching, and from all of us here at Sharon at Sea, myself, Sharon, and Matthew, happy cruising.